Good afternoon, good evening, what's crack-a-lakin' my YouTube peeps? Dale here from Couch Warrior. Today I'm going to be talking about UFC Seattle with Israel Adesanya versus Joe the Pyfer. But I'll start at the beginning of the fight, the beginning of the card, with some tasty things. But first things first, my man Fred Durst, I will just get this out of the way. Please like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, tell your mates that I'm not that whack of a dude, and let's get into this. So to start off with, we've got Alexa Thayanara versus Bruna Brasil. Now, I believe that the last time that this is a rematch, and I believe that I believe that Bruna Brazil beat Alexa on her rise up, but I'm going to go with Bruna. I'm going to go with Alexia Thayanara by submission. This one's going to be. They're going to start this. They're going to start this bad boy off real good, and I'm going to go with Alexa by round one, possibly round two submission. I don't. Bruna Brazil's career's kind of been real topsy turvy, real run of the mill. Whereas I believe Alexia has had a bit more of a run, and she's also ranked, so she's had got a bit more juice in the tank, as it were. But yeah, up the card we have Ricky Simon versus Adrian Yanez, or as John Yannick calls him, Yanez. He adds like an extra Y in there for some reason. It's like Yanez or Yanes. I mean, it's Yanes over here. But no. Ricky Simon beat Marab. Adrian Yanez has had a bit of a tough time of recent note. The competition that these dudes have lost to has been pretty impressive. They're both around the same kind of age. They're about, I think they're like 33, 32, 33. They're both coming off, I think they're both 3-2 or something like that, or 2-3 in their last 5. But yeah, in this one here, I'm going to go Ricky Simon. So Ricky Simon, either by points or because he can do the grappling and stuff like that, I think he might possibly get a guillotine on this on Yanez and submit him. But so either late submission or points by Ricky Simon. Up the card we have Navajo Sterling versus Bruno Lopez. So Bruno Lopez is 14-2, and Navajo Sterling is 8-0. 8-0, and he boxed the bleeding ears of Adolfo Bellato, Ibo Aslan, and some other guy. This dude is just going to be far too springy, far too in and outy. He's just going to point him up, and this is going to be this year. I believe this is going to be Navajo's opportunity to get a KO. So I'm going to go round two TK. I'm going to go round two finish for Navajo. I think he's got what it takes to get a finish in the UFC, and I believe that Bruno Lopez is going to be the guy that gives it to him, because I believe that he's coming off a KO loss, and he is, I believe, 6 years or 8 years older than Navajo. So I believe that the age discrepancy and the fact that he's coming off a KO as well, it kind of makes me lean into a Navajo KO. But up the card we have Casey O'Neill versus Gabriela Fernandez. This, I believe, is a... Casey O'Neill lost to Adriana Lipski, and she lost to some other chick. Who's that other chick? I don't actually remember who that other chick is, but but they're not the greatest losses. They're not good like losses to have, if that makes sense. Especially if you're trying to climb the rankings and all that's going to carry on. I believe that she will beat Gabriela Fernandez. Fernandez is going to lose this fight by decision. This is going to be a decision. This is going to be this is the 29-28 generic. The what you go for. This is going to be a women's flyweight bout that ends in a 29-28 decision going Casey O'Neill's way. Up the card, we've got Marcin Tybura versus Tyrell Fortune. Now, Tyrell, I have had the pleasure of watching Tyrell Fortune fight before in Bellator, and he is actually a lot better than what people think. I believe he is not going to fall for the Bellator trap. I believe he's going to. I think he's going to knock Marcin Tybura out. I don't think Marcin Tybura is going to take the kind of shot that Fortune's going to rain down on him. He's got age is on his with time is on his side versus Marcin Tybura is not so. I mean, Marcin Tybura is 40. I think he's gonna nearly 41. The chins. He's been knocked out. In a large and in charge fashion. But yeah, no, I've got Tyrell Fortune winning this by late by round 1, possibly round 2 KO. Up the card. Oh yeah, and he's 17-3. So a lot of people forget he's actually got his record's actually not shit. He's not coming in with a 24-12 or he's not like just one of these weekend George Masvidal warriors. But yeah, anyway, up the card we've got Chase Hooper versus Lance Gibson Jr. Lance Gibson Jr. won a split decision, lost a split decision against Bobby the King Green in December. Chase Hooper, I believe, can beat Bobby Green in a competitive but one-sided match. Lance Gibson Jr. did not win that fight against whoever scored that fight to him is crazy. He is crazy stuff, but whatever. But Chase Hooper all the way. Chase Hooper possibly by submission, second round submission, or by 30-27 wrestle fucking. Up the card we have Ignacio Bahamondes versus Tafik Musayev. I think that's pretty good. I think I'm good. The UFC will probably want Tafik to win this because he's from Azerbaijan, because they've only got Rafael Fiziev representing there. I believe that is the reason why they probably want him to also win as well, because it's going to be a good, his name's not the hardest thing to say, and he's probably, and I think he's got an alright style, but I think that Bahamondes is going to weight bully this dude to a, he could knock him out. I mean, he could, I think this one, we could be seeing quite a few KOs, but I think this is going to be points, to Bahamondes from Chile, and he's the Chilean miner. But yeah, no, Bahamondes has only lost to some pretty much ranked opponents. He's pretty much only lost to ranked opponents, and and I believe, I think he's got what it takes to get that. And then we're up into the main card, Terrence McKinney versus Kyle Nelson. This fight has Terrence McKinney winning round 1 written all over it. Oh man, this one is tough. Round 1 McKinney or Kyle Nelson, round 1 or points. I don't think this is going to round 2 and 3. I don't. Yeah, I see this is definitely a 1 round match. But I yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna put the house on it or anything, but I'm gonna go KO McKinney first round. Let's do it. Let's do it. I mean, Kyle Nelson, um, his last notable win is against Matt Frivola, which he arguably what should have won by KO, but um, or the other way. I think he got knocked out and then ended up winning by points or something like that. I can't remember what the thing was, but either way, um, yeah, not the nicest looking fighter out there. Yeah, just definitely, yeah, definitely not a nice looking style. Up the card, we've got Mansour Abdul Malik versus Isuri Balguri. Look at that! I said that one pretty good, didn't I? I got that pretty down pat. I think this is going to be so. Both these fighters are what are they? They are pretty much undefeated. They're both high level kickboxing dudes, and I believe that this is going to be uh, a tit for tat battle. Mansour Abdul Malik will get tired and in the third round try and look for a finish. And this will be a split decision, either a split decision. Far out, I can't even fucking say the shit. A split decision. Fuck. Or Mansour Abdul Malik will win a 29-28 unanimous victory. It will be close, and I think that Malik will stay undefeated. But this will be a big learning experience for him. Up the card we have Juicy Julian Arosa versus Leran Douglas. I'm going for Leran Douglas. I believe that Julian Arosa has had a few team meeting wobblings recently. He is definitely on the tail end of his career, and this is probably looking to be his retirement fight. I believe he's like 36, 37. Yeah, and it's taken some pretty considerable damage. So I believe that they may be looking at this like, win this and retire, or lose it, retire, or get cut. But yeah, Leron Douglas he's got a pretty good record. He's got some good he's got some pretty good wins under his belt as far as I'm aware. What does he have? Like, let's look it up, mate. I'm looking up some shit this time. I was like, no, let's do it. 13-5. So he's not the greatest dude. He's he's 30, so he's definitely a lot younger than old mate. He's definitely there is a pretty this is. I think this is one of these ones where he could be winning. Oh, yeah, I can see. Yeah, I can see Julian Arosa winning this fight by just being, edging it out. But yeah, I think that Douglas is going to catch him, and this is going to be one of these weird ones that is going to have a weird taste in people's mouths. Up the card, we have the featured fight of the night, which is Michael Chiesa versus Nico Price. So this fight is both of these dudes' last fight. Nico Price got knocked out about a month and a half ago, standing KO pretty much. So wondering why he's even been cleared to fight is a bit wild to me. Michael Chiesa is known that this is his retirement fight, so they've probably got the old video package up ready and waiting for him, so that's cool. So we'll have I did that shit, like an Anthony Smith losing to Filet Ming Yang, getting a video, but I did that shit, and then he has an argument with some fucking loser in the fucking crowd. Ooh, but it's like, well, what's he gonna do? Curl up in a ball and fucking get fucking TKO'd? Fucking crazy shit. But anyway, I regress, as Sean Strickland would say. All right. So what do we got? So we got Michael Chiesa gets gifted these great fights because of the Conor McGregor, not so in the UFC, but yeah, it's like, oh, you can give me some mean things now. So now Chiesa can focus on being a desk analyst and stuff for the UFC, which is good on him. I believe that he's going to win this first round submission. Nico Price is probably going to do what he did against Robbie Lawler, and just just kind of fold over, and then old mate's going to jump on him and tap him out in the first round. Because I think Nico Price is just going to pay. Yeah, I think he's thinking the same thing. It's like, well, I mean, I'm a team player. I'm doing this on short notice for you guys. You know, gives a bone, and the UFC will go, yeah, sweet as bro, we'll give you a bone. And here's an extra 25k as you're fucking out the fucking door. Uh, but yeah, and that's win or loss, I believe. I think that is win or loss. But up the card we have the co-main event, which is Alexa Grasso versus Macy Barber. They want Macy Barber to win, so something fierce, and I believe that she does have what it takes to win now. She is on a bit of a streak. Alexa Grasso is weirdly slowing down, and it's very with a very predictable looking boxing style, and it doesn't. And I think that the wrestling pressure and just the way that Macy Barber fights will be a bit too much for a Grasso, and she'll win herself a good old fashioned 29-28 victory. But yeah, they definitely want Macy Barber to win purely because it's another person that Valentina Shevchenko hasn't fought yet. So yeah, but 29-28, and I think it's going to be a pretty convincing one. And then up the card, the main event of the evening, or the afternoon for us in New Zealand, Israel Adesanya versus Joe the Pyfer Man Pyfer. Man, this one. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna go Israel Adesanya by points. I can see Joe Pyfer knocking out Izzy in the first 2 rounds. If it goes further than that, then Izzy is going to be dancing around him. And I think that Izzy will dance around him. I think that he's going to be clever enough. I mean, the weight cut was pretty gross. The weight cut didn't look the greatest for Izzy, and that's not a great, that's not a great look. The optics aren't great on it, but however, that just means that he's just had to put more weight on, and so he's just a bit more jacked. So he's just not, so he can take a bit more of a, be a little bit more imposing out there and be able to knock him out. Because we could see, hopefully, possibly an Izzy later round KO. An Izzy 4th or 5th round, standing TKO against Joe Pyfer that is, faded because he's, blown his wad in round 2, but didn't quite spark Izzy, and Izzy's just been able to escape, and he's gotten in, and he's just tired, and he's been up, gets popped up and pieced up, and so there is a chance. Excuse me. But I think that but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that I think Izzy does have some good movement, and I think that it is going to be what sets this fight apart. And I think that because I mean he was going quite well against Amavov. Like these fights that he's lost, it's not like he's lost them by, like he's gotten caught and stuff. He's gotten, it's not like he's been like smashed to pieces for 5 rounds. I mean, the Drickus fight. I mean, it was going pretty good in that fight. I mean, it wasn't the greatest fight, sure. Excuse me. It wasn't the greatest fight, of course, but he, still did it. But yeah, I digest. Especially that big fucking coughing fit that I had to fucking pause for just before. Fucking hell. I mean, the fact that Joe Pyfer lost to who did he lose to? He lost to a particular fucking person of note. That people will be like, really? He lost to him? And that person was, I'll tell you who that, Jack Hermanson. Jack Hermanson exposed, exposed Joe Pyfer for being, for not having the cardio, and and not exactly, and being one that fades and all that kind of stuff. Hang on, I'll get the losses up from old Joe Pyfer, old B-Dog, or P-Dog I should say. But yeah, no, his losses are, so he's only had the one loss, and that was the Jack Hermanson one. I mean, I mean, he beat the ghost of Kelvin Gastelum, and he did beat Abus Magomedov by rear naked choke in the second round. Sure, he did that, but yeah, and then he lost. Oh yeah, so he lost. That's right. He got his arm injured. That's right. But yeah, so basically, what I was trying to get at there was is that the losses that Joe Pyfer have are usually due to him being getting tired, and his decision wins usually don't look the greatest. Because the fight against Gastelum, it looked alright, but it was not the greatest looking performance. But I have Israel Adesanya, and I think surely, right? I mean, I don't see why he can't win, but I mean, we could be very wrong on that. Could be very, very wrong. But hey, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm just scared. I'm scared for Izzy. I want him to win. I really want Izzy to win. And I think he does have what it takes to win. But yes, very, very frightened for this fight. But yeah. But thank you very much for joining me this evening, or this afternoon. Be sure to like, subscribe, turn your notifications on. Tell your mates I'm pretty cool, and hopefully on Monday I'll be talking about some fucking awesome highlights from this fight night, and hopefully I'm a happy dude, and hopefully Izzy is flying home from America 25-5. Let's just hope that, eh? Rock and roll.